Sup guys, Drizzy here, the person behind this entire YouTube channel. So, I've did this little announcement. I recorded it for the past 2 hours, many times, and every time this video came out like 7 minutes long. I'm sorry if it's 7 minutes long now or like 10, but it's as long as I can get it. But I'll really try to make it short. So, cut to the chase. I have TikTok. And so do several of my friends. In our little friend group, there's a specific friend. Her online name is Jane. And Jane is this bright and happy girl. She's passionate about cosplay. She's very friendly. She seems to enjoy making videos on TikTok. She has a passion in theater. She wants to become a voice actress also. She spends most of her pocket money, of which she doesn't even have that much off, on cosplay costumes and, wigs and stuff. And she tries to make good content. TikTok is one of her little hobbies. She doesn't post that often. No spam posting, not really, unless she gets into cosplay and she posts like 7-10 videos, but that's that. She posts on TikTok, and I would really like you guys to follow her, and here's my explanation. Why? Because recently, this year, over the course of a few months, our little friend group, we stopped recognizing Jane. She's not the person we met her as, things have been happening to her at home. She came out to her parents about her sexuality. She's gone through some school stuff. There's just been a lot of things piled up on her. There's, as I said already, school, personal things, family issues, personal issues with friends, and just things going on in her life getting to her head. I know that this is not very detailed, but the reason for that is that she doesn't really talk to us. She stopped really talking to us. She stopped explaining what's going on with her. She's got very closed in, and she seems to really not be okay. She's crying. Things are happening to her, and I am very worried for her. I am very worried. Now that, there's the pandemic, everyone's locked up in their homes, and we can't go outside, and we can't do anything. We can't meet people as school usually forces us to, and I'm just worried she might go into an even darker place now that she's not around her friends and she's stuck at home. One of the things a lot of us Gen Z people are doing is going on TikTok, because that's a great time waster. Both her and I post videos on TikTok. I myself have TikTok. I put up my @ at the end of every video on my end screen. And I'll put it up in this video again, of course, in case anyone notices it and wants to follow me there, because it really shows who I am, what I'm like in person, behind the screen. And I do TikTok not because I want a following. It's cool to see likes and follows all the time, it's fun, gets you confident a bit, but I can do TikTok without having a following because I do it for myself. Now, I'm sure Jane does it for herself as well, but I know how having a platform, having a following, can motivate you to create content. Take this YouTube channel as an example. Exactly the reason I got myself together and continued to make videos for this little story I'm doing, which is this video and some videos to follow, so stay tuned for that. I really want her to have a bit of a following at least, because I'm worried about her. And I know that on TikTok, she does cosplay to the best of her ability. She posts just little videos that cheer her up. And I know that if she starts getting likes, comments, she gets followers, she'll keep posting. It will be a distraction, which is something we all need in this rough time. We all need to support each other. So I really want to ask you guys, because I know only 2% of people who see this are going to actually do what I asked them to. I'm not expecting you to do this, but it would really help out. If you care about me as a person and not just watch the videos, then please just take a few seconds out of your day to go onto her page, follow her, drop a comment, and at least one of those comments, just say, your friend sent us, you know? Your friend sent me. I'm here now. Like a few of her most recent videos and just share them. Like, you know, do one of those fake share thingies where, you know, go into messages and do cancel, or send them to a group chat that doesn't give a fuck and never watches your videos anyway. You know, one of those things where you don't have to actually share content. Like, I have some group chats where it's just me, you know, to send little photos from my computer to my phone, from my phone to my computer, as I'll be sending this video right now to edit on my laptop to upload to YouTube. So, you know, these little things, just something that will get her noticed. Like, do any of her videos if you find them fun. Please just comment a few nice things there. Get her excited for something, because I know she will get excited about having a following. She will get excited about having people care about what she does. And right now she has like 19 followers or something. And look, this video is getting like 7 minutes long. Lovely. But please do that for me. Please. I would really appreciate it, because I don't want, of course, I don't want her account to depend entirely on my platform, but you guys would be a start to things. I myself going through her videos, liking, commenting, and doing a share thing won't do much, but if you guys do something, she'll appear on more people's For You pages. Maybe her content will improve if she gets the motivation to improve it more. More people will notice her, and perhaps, of course, there'll be people out there that will notice her stuff and follow her, and maybe she'll start gathering a natural following, as a lot of people do on TikTok. You know, like Charli D'Amelio suddenly got hype. She doesn't even understand it either. So, I'm just hoping, really hoping that she starts getting, you know, a few of her videos getting like 40 likes. Like, for example, recently, like a few months ago, I asked people, it's like, hey, can you guys follow me on TikTok? I'm not doing that good. I want something to pursue. Can you guys please follow me on TikTok? I wanted some following. And it went from 40 followers to 200 something. And somehow, not even because of the following, I did something. I started posting more videos, and because people commented, because people liked, I got more motivated to do things, and then now my videos are getting like sometimes 30-40 likes, which is enough for me, you know. But now I realize that even if the entire following disappeared, I would still make videos. So I don't need it anymore. It would be cool to have, but I don't need it. But I think my friend does. And I'm sorry this video got really long. I'm sorry. I promise you're going to be rewarded with a chapter after this. But could you guys please follow her? Her @ will be on the screen, this entire message. Please just follow, like, comment some videos, and stick around for her just a bit and say, your friend sent me. She'll understand it's me. Even if not, I don't want attention from that. I want her to be okay. I'm worried about her, and I know she knows my channel exists, and she's probably gonna check my TikTok page and see if I made a video of like, hey, go follow her. And there isn't a video like that on there, not a recent one at least. And then if she remembers about my channel, she'll go here and she'll watch this video, probably, and see what's up. But this video will be masked as a normal video. So if you did find it, hi Jane. I don't know if you knew, but I care a lot about you. And I really, really hope that, because I know that my following on this YouTube page is very, very sweet, and I hope that you get at least a certain share of these very amazing and sweet people to help you through some things, whatever you're going through, and give you a passion, give you a reason to keep doing things, because you know it, we know it, you haven't been doing that well lately, and I want you to be doing well. So yes, once again, it's probably annoying, but please go follow Jane Cosplays. Links from videos, comment, and follow me if you want, whatever. Tell me if you did it. Drop me a comment on one of my videos. It's like, hey, I did this, or I did this YouTube video, just so that I know whose usernames to smile at when I can link them up to this little good deed that they did. This was long, 10 minutes. Whew. What else is there to say but please go ahead now and enjoy my content. A couple hours later, once it was finally appropriate to wake up, Harry opened his eyes and looked around a bit, tiredly. He smiled a bit when he saw Draco sprawled over the bed, taking up pretty much most of the space. The blankets were tangled around his legs, and his hair was all messy. Harry sat up a bit and ruffled his hair before laying his head on Draco's chest. Something about this morning felt strange. It felt more calming. He felt even more comfortable cuddling Draco, yet was a bit more anxious at the very same time. There was a different feeling to all this. He looked up at the sleeping blonde and just felt a strange urge in him. The urge to shower Draco with kisses, to hold him, to spend the day in bed with him. However, that probably wasn't the most appropriate for the situation, considering they weren't dating or even trying things. Moving in closer to Draco, he cuddled more into his side and brought a hesitant hand up to his face. Harry's fingers brushed stray locks of hair out of the blonde's eyes and then slowly moved down his face, gliding the back of his hand smoothly up and down the boy's pale, perfect skin. Smiling as he did so, his eyes locked on the other's lips, and Harry felt a slight tingle in his chest. He brushed his thumb over the tender, baby-pink lips, heart beating faster. He shook his head, pushing himself out of the captivated state, and just hugged Draco's neck, unsure of his feelings in the moment. And that he, too, managed to shake off as he sat up quickly and decided to not be a pussy. This was his friend, and he was used to doing these things with him. Plus, he was used to annoying him, so why not annoy him with this? Harry smirked and placed a hand on one side of Draco's neck, starting to kiss the other. He left wet, lewd kisses on the boy's neck and moved down to his shoulder and collarbone. Draco furrowed his brows a bit and shifted in his sleep, turning his head away, which granted Harry more access. Eyes closed, he calmly proceeded to kiss back up Draco's chest, up to his neck, and to his ear, which he gently licked and bit the outer shell of. Draco was apparently sensitive to that kind of thing, so he groaned and turned on his side, grabbing Harry. He held him in place, yet refused to open his eyes, tired. Fuck off with that, man. Harry chuckled quietly and tried to wrestle out of Draco's grip. Come on, I'm bored. Harry tried to wrestle out of his grip more. And once just a normal grip wasn't enough to hold Harry in place, Draco smiled and tightened the hold. Don't think so, Harry. Harry started fighting back, harder, now honestly trying his best to wrestle out of Draco's arms, laughing a bit as Draco also started to laugh, continuously pulling him back down and towards him. He eventually opened his eyes and pinned Harry face down, sitting on his back and legs as he held his arms down. They were just goofing around, holding a small fight. Think you're so strong, do ya? The brunette groaned and tried rolling onto his side in an attempt to throw Draco off. Yeah, look at you, you can't fight me. I went easy on you at the start, too. Shut up, you prick, I know I can. Give me a second. Oh, so you can. Go on, then. Come on, Harry, come on. Throw me off if you're so good. Come on. It didn't take long. Just another minute of struggling and taunting passed until Draco was thrown off his high horse, pushed with his back onto the bed. Harry turned over in the motion, pinning Draco down, leaning over him. The move was so sudden. Draco let out a noise. Hard to describe it. It was one you'd expect to be coming from fear or surprise. It did have surprise in it, though, along with whatever else. It caught Harry off guard and he burst out laughing. Did you just moan? You knew that wasn't the case, but it was a great tease material. Draco scrunched his nose and pouted angrily. Hell no, it was just sudden. I don't know what the hell that was. Harry rolled his eyes and flopped back down on the bed beside Draco, the mattress bouncing him a bit. Ain't this kinda gay? He said. I thought we were both alright with gay stuff. Yeah, no, I am. Just thinking. Friends with benefits. Did we rush a bit? Choosing that title? I mean, those kind of people do all sorts of things together. Mainly have sex and never fall in love. I don't think I want sex. Not with a man. He turned his head to look at Draco. You? Something in Draco pinched. Something deep in there, somewhere between his lungs and stomach. In that place, something was tight and uncomfortable. Breathing suddenly became a conscious action, and he wanted to turn away from Harry. Did I bring you to that conclusion? Harry looked up at a lamp standing beside the bed and thought for a bit. He took his time, straightening out the blanket and cuddling back up in it as he then looked back at Draco again. Looking into his eyes, he pursed his lips gently in an apologetic kind of smile and nodded. Draco let out a breath he was holding in and mirrored the nod. So, is that a yes? Am I the asshole? Harry started to sink deeper into the blankets, feeling a bit uncomfortable. It felt like he was turning down a confession that was never announced in the first place. Well, okay, no, listen. I know you said it wasn't your intention to do this, but it felt scary. It didn't feel right. The idea of sex flashed in my mind, and I wanted to retch. The idea of engaging in sexually suggestive ideas with a man isn't something I want, I don't think. Not now, at least. But I think never. Draco swallowed nervously, and subconsciously his hand twitched a bit, moving a few inches to his own chest. He wanted to put a hand on it and feel if his heart was still there or if it had stopped. Something made him upset, and he started to get all defensive. He sat up and away from Harry. Why'd you follow through then? The neck kisses last night? All that? Why? I know you didn't want to take that anywhere sexual, but if you let me have these hints and shit, of course I'd assume you're comfortable and maybe suggest something else. Considering you agreed to this? You did. You agreed to this whole thing. He started to wave his hand around aimlessly, trying to remember what he was going to say next. The whole friends with benefits thing? Who made that dirty joke, huh? Harry was getting defensive now as well. Excuse me? Are you trying to say I'm a tease? Frigid, perhaps? Malfoy. Draco let out yet another deep, annoyed sigh. A storm of self-pride was clearly stirring in his iris. Figuratively speaking, of course, but you could tell he was defending himself. He showed a weak spot of himself, thought he was getting somewhere, started putting his masculinity on the line, and now he felt blamed. A tease? Yes. Frigid? No. Harry, okay, I don't want us to fight, so I'll say right now that it's not like I expect you to do dirty things with me. If you're not comfortable, that's fine. I'll never push that on you again, but shit, now I feel bad. Because hell, man, I don't know. I just feel kind of upset. I mean, considering that I'm the guy you've had all of these tense moments with, and from me doing something, you come to this conclusion. Am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? Harry now just looked confused. What? No. Draco, no, you didn't do anything wrong. For heaven's sake, just listen to what I'm saying. In general, I don't want to do things like this with a man. But I don't know, Draco, I like the kisses, but everything's linked some way, ain't it? I mean, push comes to shove, like, kissing turns into touching, touching into even more touching, and before you know, you're gagging a dick. I don't like that. Draco pulled on some sweatpants and got out of bed, aggressively starting to put on a shirt over his tank top. Well then, following your logic, will an innocent hug also end up with you gagging a dick? Harry, for fuck's sake, set some boundaries, and come back to me then. He stormed out of the bedroom to go get some breakfast. He was choking on his own pride, blaming Harry, and feeling hurt. He didn't know why. What he should have done was listen. Comfort. Apologize, just in case. Talk with him about the boundaries and where he wanted to go from here. He knew he should have done that, but somehow, something felt like a rejection, and of course, feeling high of himself, he blamed Harry. The brunette pressed the palms of his hands into his eye sockets and just sat there, watching the colorful, abstract shapes swim around in the dark from pressing too hard, before looking up again. As the world drifted back into focus, he hugged himself and got up, walking to his assigned bed. He curled up in the cold blanket that was untouched for several days and decided he'd just drop the whole idea and go back to behaving as what he was meant to be. Just a friend. If him figuring himself out was becoming an issue, he'd just drop it. Until he figured out what he wanted. I mean, he still had a whole summer ahead of him.